Blue agave is a plant native to the hot, dry climate of Mexico, which is where the world-famous drink tequila comes from. To get a drop of standard tequila, the blue agave plant needs at least 8 years to mature, with the core, called the pina, the main ingredient that is fermented and distilled. So how does the process of growing, caring for, and harvesting blue agave take place? Let's explore the elaborate journey from the blue agave field to the tequila distillery. Growing blue agave is no easy task. In fact, the entire process from planting to harvest takes at least 7 to 8 years, and in some cases up to 14 years, depending on the climate, soil, and desired sugar content. The plants are grown in nutrient-rich volcanic soil. Before planting, the agave seedlings harvested from mature plants are soaked in a protective solution to protect against pests. Lime powder is often sprinkled around the planting site to repel insects and adjust the soil pH. Planting is mostly done by hand, with workers carefully measuring the spacing to ensure that each plant has enough space to grow. Over the years, as the agave matures, it develops long, spiny leaves. Each year, they return to dig small trenches, add compost or nutrient-rich mix, and spray the agave with pesticides to protect it from insects and fungi. The agave itself is hardy and drought-resistant, but to achieve optimal quality for tequila, farmers must devote constant care to the plant. When it comes time to harvest, the work is done by hand on most farms, as mechanical harvesting can damage the young plants. Skilled workers, known as jimadoring, use a razor-sharp tool called a koa de jima, a circular blade mounted on a wooden handle. With precision, jimadors remove the thick, pointed leaves to reveal the pina, the core of the agave plant, so named for its resemblance to a giant pineapple. Each piña can weigh between 88 and 198 pounds, and an experienced jimador can harvest 100 to 300 agave plants a day. The precision of their cuts is crucial. Removing too much plant material wastes fermentable sugars, while leaving behind bitter resin can ruin the flavor of the final tequila. Once harvested, the piñas are transported to distilleries, where the conversion into tequila begins. The first step is cooking. Traditional methods involve slow roasting the piñas in stone leg pits for 48 to 72 hours, using wood or charcoal to achieve a deep, smoky flavor. Modern distilleries may instead opt for steam ovens, which significantly reduce cooking times to 12 to 24 hours, although the flavor tends to be milder. After cooking, the golden, caramel-colored piñas are soft and aromatic, ready for crushing. Crushing the cooked agave releases a sweet liquid called aguamiel, or honey water, which is the essence of tequila. Some distilleries still use the age-old Tahona method, crushing the agave with a giant stone wheel, because of its ability to retain its natural flavor. However, most modern facilities use high-powered roller mills or industrial presses to efficiently extract every drop of juice. The liquid is then fermented, either in traditional wooden barrels with yeast suspended in air for 7 to 12 days, or in stainless steel tanks with commercial yeast for a faster 3 to 5 days. The result is a lightly alcoholic liquid, around 5-7% ABV, ready for distillation. Advanced distillation systems make the spirit more refined. The fermented juice is placed in copper or stainless steel stills, where it undergoes 2 rounds of distillation. The first round creates a raw spirit called ordinario, and the second round refines it into clear tequila, reaching an alcohol content of between 38% and 55%. From here, the tequila is aged in oak barrels if desired, bottled, and shipped to connoisseurs around the world. The aging of tequila is an art. Reposado, aged for 2 to 12 months, has a pale gold color and subtle oak aromas. Añejo, aged for 1 to 3 years, has a darker amber color and richer complexity. According to recent market data, Mexico alone produces more than 300 million liters of tequila annually, with exports to more than 120 countries. The global tequila market is valued at more than $15 billion, 0 cents, with the United States accounting for the largest share of consumption, importing more than 80% of all Mexican tequila exports. The growing popularity of agave has also encouraged experimentation with locally grown agave. If you found this exploration into the world of agave cultivation fascinating, be sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment below to let us know your favorite tequila or share any questions you may have about the process. See you next time. Have you ever wondered how crisp, cool, white bean sprouts are produced on an industrial scale? How to produce tons of bean sprouts every day while still ensuring it is clean and environmentally friendly? That journey starts with small beans, carefully selected and preserved before being transformed into bean sprouts. In today's video, let's explore the modern bean sprout production process. Highest quality batches of bean sprouts are created. The process of producing bean sprouts begins with the selection of raw materials, usually premium green beans, sometimes soybeans or black beans, depending on the type of bean sprouts produced. Green beans are put into the machine to start the heat sterilization process. After heat treatment, the beans undergo a thorough cooling and washing process, ensuring they are clean, fresh, and ready to sprout. Next, the washed beans are transferred into growing containers. Inside these specially designed growing chambers, the environment is strictly controlled. Temperature, humidity, water, and airflow are all meticulously maintained to simulate ideal growing conditions. Over the next 10 days, the tiny green beans begin their development. The results were amazing. After just 10 days, each container produces about 1 ton of fresh, healthy bean sprouts. When bean sprouts reach a large enough size, they are ready to harvest. First, bean sprouts are washed to remove the seed coat or remaining impurities. Then comes the process of cutting the roots. Natural bean sprouts grow long roots. These roots are trimmed with specialized cutting equipment so as not to damage the bean sprouts. Immediately after cutting, the bean sprouts are rinsed again in a water bath to remove any remaining debris or seeds, to ensure the bean sprouts are clean and ready for packaging. After washing, the bean sprouts are sorted and weighed. At this point, the bean sprouts go through a quality assurance system that includes metal detectors and weight checks. Weight testing confirms that each package contains the correct amount of bean sprouts, maintaining consistency for the consumer. After completing these checks, the bean sprouts are ready for packaging. They are sealed in plastic bags to preserve freshness and labeled for shipping. From here, bean sprouts are distributed to supermarkets, restaurants, and households across the country. But the story doesn't stop there. These bean sprouts are not just sold raw. Salad Cosmo also develops ready-to-eat products. Such as Japanese-style marinated bean sprouts. This product is a customer favorite and is made by combining freshly harvested bean sprouts with authentic Japanese seasonings. Each batch is tested for flavor and texture, giving consumers a healthy and delicious side dish that's perfect for bento boxes, rice bowls, or even on its own. At the factory, the green bean shells, after being separated from the rack, are collected and used to produce a separate product. Green bean shell tea. These peels are then fed into a rotating drying drum where the temperature is gently controlled to dry naturally, retaining the characteristic aroma and inherent nutrients. After drying, the bean pods are packaged directly into finished tea products right at the factory. This is a typical example of utilizing byproducts in production, both minimizing waste and creating a product with high health value. All water used during growing and washing is filtered and monitored. Employees working at the facility follow strict hygiene guidelines, wear protective gear, and work in a sterile environment. Just imagine beans grown without soil in a hydroponic environment, using only clean water and air, can produce a ton of bean sprouts grown in just 10 days, an impressive and efficient production yield. Bean sprouts are one of the foods that are easy to prepare. From simple dishes like bean sprout soup, mixed salad, to stir-fry dishes with beef, fried noodles, or even eaten raw with sweet and sour dipping sauce, bean sprouts retain their characteristic crunch and cool taste. Thanks to that, this small sprout is not only nutritious, but also contributes to creating a harmonious flavor in the daily meals of many families. Bean sprouts have long been considered one of the healthiest and easiest sprouts to use in Asian cuisine. Not only are bean sprouts low in calories, only about 30 calories per 100 g, but bean sprouts are also a rich source of fiber, supporting digestion and helping to effectively control weight. In particular, bean sprouts are rich in vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that helps strengthen the immune system, beautify the skin, and support iron absorption in the body. In 100 g of bean sprouts, it can contain up to 13 g's of vitamin C, equivalent to nearly 15% of an adult's daily needs. It's amazing that such a small thing can bring so many valuable benefits. If you learned something new today or simply enjoyed the process, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment below and let us know what vegetable or food growing process you'd like to explore next. And see you in the next video.